What is going on, guys? I'm Blockchain Ben, and in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down my overall DeFi, cryptocurrency, everything in this sector strategy. I'm going to be talking about risk management. I'm going to be talking about what my plans are for the long-term future in crypto, in DeFi in this video. So this is going to be a very, very important video. So make sure you guys watch this entire thing to the end of the video. Also, I would appreciate if you guys leave a like and a comment on this video because it will make you eligible to win 10 BUSD. Only thing is, make sure you leave your Telegram username in the comment section below and make sure you're in my Telegram group. That way I am able to contact you if you won the 10 BUSD. Also, I am not a financial advisor. Absolutely none of this is financial advice. I'm not showing you guys what to do. I'm not telling you guys what you should do with your money, anything like that. I'm strictly showing you guys what I'm doing with my money, and this is for educational purposes only. So, you guys must know that cryptocurrency is insanely risky. All of this is going to be high risk as well. So never invest more into this space than you guys can afford to lose, and always do your own research. That being said, guys, let's jump right into the video. So as you guys can see right here, no fancy Excel sheet this time. We just have a pretty simple Word doc, and it's a pretty simple plan that I have. This is what I am going to be following from now on. I've been doing this for a little while now, but I haven't set any actual numbers to it yet. I highly advise that you guys do this as well. Look at your current portfolio. Look at where all of your positions are. Are you over invested into high risk things? Are you under invested into maybe some of these lower risk ones that can still make you some good gains here? So I highly encourage you guys look at your own portfolio and see what is going on here compared to this if you guys want to, or make your own sheet here as well. So let's break it down here. The first one right here, 50% I am in stablecoins. So I have a ton of stablecoins right now. I'm holding all of those, DCAing in as these token prices go down. Now, as of late, we've seen some big pumps here from Bitcoin. I don't think that this is the one that's going to be the breakout. I think that we need a little bit more time. We need some retracements, a couple more. Every single retracement, every single time we're going down, I'm stocking up on more and more altcoins. I'll have a list for you guys for all of the coins that I'll be buying. If you guys want to see a video of that, make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Also, leave a comment. Let me know if you guys want to see a video on all the coins that I'm looking at stocking up on for the bull market here. I don't think it's coming really anytime soon, but it's good to start DCAing and getting some of these tokens for cheap and trying to use some of those stable coins to the best of their abilities, because that is the overall goal of what I am doing here in DeFi and everything that I've been doing. I'm in all these high risk plays. I'm in all of these protocols where there's copy trading, manual trading, high risk, all this kind of stuff. I'm in this, that way I can make more stable coins, save up those stable coins and invest them into different altcoins, Bitcoin, anything like that in this space that I believe has some potential. That's the whole point of these high risk plays. Getting in, getting out, making some quick profits, and then reinvesting those into some longer term altcoins that I believe in. Now, this whole plan is not going to be something that is going to be completely done within a couple months, year, anything like that. This is a long-term plan. This is looking far into the future. This is picking up some tokens that might 100x, 500x in the next 5 to 10 years if all goes well in this space. Now, obviously, there might be some things that go wrong. Maybe regulation kills the entire space. Maybe everything just goes to shambles or whatever. And that is why you cannot invest your guys' life savings. You cannot invest more than you guys can actually afford to lose at any point in time. This is only a fraction of my portfolio in the real world. Invest in stocks, invest in whatever you guys want. Do not put all of your money into the cryptocurrency sector because it has so much volatility here in the markets. So after the stablecoins, we have 20% manual trading. Now, this is something that I've been learning for a little bit now. I've been following the market makers. Those guys are awesome. Make sure you guys check those guys out. I've been talking about them for a little while now. I've been doing really well with them. I've been trying to do some of my own trades as well, which have not gone well at all. Got stuck in a horrible short and stopped out. You guys don't even want to know. It was really bad, like a minus 30% on the account. So really ugly there. Kind of cut back a lot of the profits that I was making. That was not one of their calls, by the way. That was just one that I thought the TA lined up, Definitely did not, but you win some, you lose some. That's just kind of how it works sometimes. 10% copy trading. I'm currently running some copy traders on BINGX. Now, with that massive pump, I had about half of them that were in shorts. Half of them weren't really doing anything, so that really hurt the account right there. I keep it honest with you guys. I'm not going to pretend that everything is nice and peachy when accounts are getting blown up and all that kind of stuff. So, a couple of my traders definitely got liquidated, did not really do too hot on that last pump, but I think that with BINGX, I think I need to do a better job with putting my funds into the more conservative traders. I'm going to be talking about that today and just letting those sit in there because I'm not monitoring that as much as I need to be for those high risk traders. Next, liquidity pools. This is something that I've talked about a lot on my channel when it was a really small channel. Not really something that I've talked about as of late. They've been kind of low in APR and all that kind of stuff, mostly because there's not a lot of people trading. Those liquidity pools aren't paying out as much as they would in a bull market when everybody's getting in. There's a lot of new people, a lot of new volume in the market, stuff like that. But it's a great place after you buy some of these altcoins, after you buy some of these stable coins, to just store them. And why not earn yield when they're just going to be sitting in your wallet? So we're going to be talking about that a little bit. And finally, 10 to 20% is going to be into high risk. Now, I definitely do not advise you guys go over anything about 25%, 30% of your portfolio into the high risk, because those plays, they're meant to go in, go out. Those are the ones that could rug at any time. Those are the ones that are going to be incredibly high risk, but there is so much reward to be made in those. And that's exactly how this system is going to work. The higher the risk, the higher the reward. Obviously, if you're holding stable coins, you're not really holding much risk, but you can maybe make 5% a year APR or something like that by staking into the liquidity pool. So it's nothing too crazy. With high risk, you could be making 5% per day. It's not sustainable though. That's why you got to get in, get out. You have to monitor those every single day. I monitor them multiple times a day, make sure that everything is going smoothly. And the moment that something seems like it's not going smoothly, take everything out and move on to the next one. There's always going to be more of those projects, but do not go over 10 to 20% into the high risk sector, because if something goes wrong with one of those, you're over invested into one of them, you're really screwed. You don't want to have that much of your portfolio into there. Also diversify into a couple high risk ones. Don't just go all in on one big one. So first things first, BINGX. This is going to be where I'm doing the majority of my copy trading. I did talk about JetBots a little while back, but they do have a membership service, which is quite expensive now, and I don't think it's really worth it to pay for a membership. BINGX is free. You get to copy all these traders. I highly recommend you guys come over here to the conservative traders tab. Now, the numbers aren't going to be as flashy, but as you guys can see, all three of these guys are new from like my last video, and the last video before that had 3 new guys. So those guys kind of come and go. They get lucky, they get on this top page, people invest, and then they realize that they're not as good as they originally looked like they were. These conservative traders, these guys have been here the entire time. This guy specifically is one that I'm thinking about loading up a lot with him because he has a very solid track record. He's not the kind of guy who's gonna go crazy on some trades or blow up your account. He's very consistent and I like it. It's definitely a lot slower than all the others, but he's the only one that's actually been consistently making some profits for me. But I highly advise you guys come over here, just copy a couple of the conservative traders. You can throw some into here. Maybe you make 50% a year or whatever. That is insane returns. Much better than you're going to get in any other market there. Now, next, let's jump over here to liquidity pools. We're going to be talking about 2 websites here. PancakeSwap. Just look up pancakeswap.finance. Super easy. Come over here to their Earn tab, and Farms is right there for you guys. You guys can see that you guys can stake some of your tokens over here and you earn a yield off of them. Now you can stake their native token cake with BNB, BUSD, USDT and get a really solid return rate right there. You can stake some stables here. Highly advise that you guys do not stake any tokens that you guys do not know what they are, because a lot of those you'll see 101% APR on Squid and Cake. Squid likely is a token that can mint however many of those tokens you need. That's likely how they're paying off that APR. So the token price of Squid will likely go down. You guys know how that all goes. You do not want to be suffering from that IL there with these liquidity pools. So stick with your blue chips, stick with the altcoins that you're buying and stake them into liquidity pools. That way you can earn some bonus APR on those while they're just sitting in your wallet while you DCA into some more of these tokens for the long term. Because Because if we play this right, guys, if this whole cryptocurrency sector goes exactly to plan, if we have another massive bull market, which I do believe we will, obviously I'm not a financial advisor, I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but just based off of what I've been seeing, I think that in the next couple of years, if we do have a big bull market, we could really capitalize on that. And those who are in this space now, those who are getting all those tokens for cheap, and those who can hold on to those and watch it fly up during the bull market, will all be very happy that they did so. And that is why we're in this space. We're not in this space to jump in, get rugged, do all that kind of stuff. We're in this space, some people are in this space to try to make a quick buck, all that kind of stuff. Yes, there's potential to do that, but you have to make sure that your portfolio is balanced. Don't go into all high risk stuff, and make sure you have a long-term plan. Don't just think about tomorrow. Don't just think about the next day. Don't just think about a week. Think about the next year. Think about the next 6 months. Where do you want your portfolio to be, and how can you get your portfolio to that status? That is what this video is all about. Another one, Defi Finance. This is a great app here. This compiles all of the different services for liquidity pools, brings them all to one page. You can see all of the different networks that you can use here, all the different coins. You can search any type of LP that you want. So this is a great tool to use here. I just came over here, hit the little blue chip thing. As we can see, that is going to show us the blue chip liquidity pools right here. First one that I'd like to point out, BUSD BNB. This is a really solid one to jump into. 23% APY that they're paying. Now this is a very small vault right now, so the more people that get into this vault, the lower this APY is going to go. So make sure you guys are wary of that, but it does have an 8.5 safety rating right there. ETH and BNB right here, you guys can earn almost 13%. So you guys can stake 2 tokens that maybe you're holding on for the long term there, earn 12% on top of whatever the token does that year. So this is a great tool to come through here. Just search. I'll have the link in the description below, but if you guys don't want to go down there, just look up app.beefy.com. Super easy right there as well. Finally, let's talk about 2 high-risk plays. Now, CAT is one that I've talked about for a while now. Not a while, but this is one that I've talked about a lot as of late. Seems really solid. I've seen a lot of people jump into here. We've seen this project do very well as of late, and it's had a big resurgence because it has been out for a little while, and they've been paying out people for a long time now. But as we can see from the Dune stats, there are a ton of new wallets coming into here. There's a ton of new funds coming into here, and this thing is growing at a insanely rapid rate. So I'm still a big fan of this. As long as this is growing at a good rate, as long as this thing doesn't slow down like crazy, I think that it should still continue to do very well. However, not financial advice, so anything can happen with this. This is high risk. Don't go in with more than 10 to 20% of your portfolio into any play like this. Another one that's high risk, and one that I am thinking about pulling some funds out pretty soon, but this is going to be gold trading automation. Just wanted to throw this one in here at the end. I'll put the link in the description below if you guys are interested for this one, but 10K is the minimum deposit on this one, so that is what makes it super high risk. However, these guys have been making some insane profits. The first day I was in, $729. Next day, $437. 50-50 profit share. However, unregulated broker, we can see the FX book, all that kind of stuff, see the trades and such, but unregulated brokers, you do not know what's going on. It could be a honeypot. It could have all of this stuff going on behind the scenes that you really don't want to see in these types of projects. And you want to see transparency. They don't really have a ton of transparency with unregulated brokers. Anything can happen. So get in, get out with any of these kinds of high risk projects. Stack some stables, guys, grab some altcoins. That's the main purpose of this video, is think long term, guys. Don't just think today, don't just think tomorrow. Think 6 months out, think a year out. Where do you want to be? Accomplish that, set aside some coins, and make a plan. Thank you guys so much for watching to the end of this video. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next video.